looking for watching. This is the autobiography and freedom speech of Brian Carlisle. My story is unlike any other because the unique circumstances with which my life began, continued, and has persisted until present. I'm not the champion to one minority group or another. As it were, I am attached to many. But fear not, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, for this is not a tale of my sadness, or victim, or woes unto me, but rather the tale of hope. For 99 years, bigotry, discrimination, and the prohibition against our freedom has had its long, long night. During that night, my fellow afflicted and discriminated brothers and sisters have all but grown accustomed to the yoke and the weight of this freedom prohibition. And let me be clear, we have no love for Canada, and as such, we have no patriotism. We have no country. Hudson Bay Canada Incorporated, your so-called medical cannabis legalization by way of this Cannabis Act, or your Constitution Act. I ask you, what do these acts have to do with me, or the people that I represent? Are the great principles of political freedom and of natural justice embodied in these documents? No. We are not included in your Cannabis Act or your Constitution Act. The blessings which you enjoy today are not enjoyed in common. The rich inheritance of access to legal cannabis embodied in this document is shared by you, not me. This 420 is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, but I must mourn. What to the medical cannabis patient is your 420 celebration? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all other days of the year that the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is a constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham. Your boasted liberty and unholy license, your national greatness, swelling vanity. Your sounds of rejoicing are empty and heartless. Your denunciation of tyrants, brass-fronted impudence. Your shouts of liberty and equality, hollow mockery. Today we mark 420, a day which so many fought so bravely. Those first freedom fighters, those unrelenting anti-prohibitionists. They bled for this cause. They fought for this cause. Many died for this cause. And then, on October 17, 2018, these tyrannical prohibitionists enacted their latest candy-coated facade of reform, Bill C-45, the so-called Cannabis Act. More than 30 years of my life has been consumed by prohibition against our freedom. I asked you, what is the natural state of mankind? The Crown and the keen minds out there in Ottawa are happy to tell you that the natural state is prohibition. But I'm here to tell you the natural state of us is freedom. Yes, freedom. And the proof of this is the length that a man, a woman, or a child will go to regain it once taken. He will break loose his chains. He will decimate his enemies. He will try and try and try against all odds, all prejudices, all prohibitions. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been eating the bread and drinking the cup of this prohibition alongside the most disabled of my brothers and sisters, sharing with them all the painful conditions and sufferings brought about by this medical cannabis prohibition. In consideration of these facts, I feel I have the right to speak, and to speak strongly. Yet, my friends, I feel bound to speak truthfully. There can be no peace for the tyrant while there is still prohibition of freedom in the land. It will be condemned, and there will be considerable agitation. These first freedom fighters were brave people. They were a peaceful group, but they, just as we, preferred revolution to the prohibitionist status quo. There is a difference between revolution and the candy-coated facade of gradual reform. Reform is just the prohibitionists teaching us how to be better prohibitioned, better restricted, better conditioned. Under reform, you can take the tyrant out of the picture, and the commoners will still be working as handmaidens for them. There's a man called a capitalist. It don't matter what color he is, black, white, brown, red, or green. It doesn't matter, because the capitalist has only one goal, and that is to exploit the people. The people, yea. Alone we are meek, vulnerable, easy prey for the tyrants, but together we have power, the power of the people, all power to the people. I ask you, how do we define politics? What is the war against freedom? War is politics with bloodshed, and politics is war without bloodshed. Let me say that again. War is politics with bloodshed, and politics is war without bloodshed. My fellow freedom fighters, I ask you, are we at war with these prohibitionists? What does that mean? It means that every time a licensed garden gets raided, every time the CSU shuts down another dispensary, it's because of JT. He who sits atop this stinking pig pile of prohibition, Mr. Justin Trudeau Esquire. So how do we win this war? Guns? Grenades? Rocket launchers? The people. There's strength in numbers. Power anywhere there's people. And if we're going to bring down this prohibition against our freedom, then it's going to take every one of us. From Frederick Douglass to Fred Hampton, all the way to Freddie Mercury. From the time of Sacagawea to Sitting Bull to Sir Louis Riel. Freedom fighters all. Their legacy and great ancestry demands we continue this fight. Get off the fence. The time for freedom is now. Hope will guide you.